AQST stock, AQST stock forecast. Do you want to find out about the stock forecast for AQST Therapeutics Inc? Just stick around and we'll get to that. So for this session of the 15th of November 2021, AQST closed at $6.1, a loss of 3.02%, 390.9k shares crossed the tape, which was below average, and the underlying trend for this session was a bearish one. At various times there were attempts to extend. Just a few minutes into the session, about roughly 18 minutes into the session, it had reached the high of this session. Yes, that was $6.37. Let's see whether this was even higher than the previous session, the session of the 12th. Let's see whether that is the case. Let's see whether we have that. Okay, it wasn't anywhere close to that high. That the high of that session was okay, not higher than that. I think 6.38. That was the highest for the last 3 trading sessions. 6.38. Let's confirm again, if you don't mind. Let's move back to that 1-day chart. 6.38, 6.38, about the same thing. So at this point in this session, 18 minutes into the session of today, the 15th, things were looking promising, but suddenly, it was nothing. There was nothing there. There's a resistance there, no doubt about that, and it repeated there, it got back there, and there was resistance, and it's pulled back all the way down. And yes, as I indicated, there were various attempts to extend, but each one led to yet more decline, and it was not a very wonderful day. But fingers crossed, it's only 3.02% that it lost, not a whole lot, and outside that, we have all of these things. These are the disclosures the company made on this is their third quarter disclosure, and here their CEO is trying to point out that their major focus, the two most important value drivers for the company, is Libervant and Aquestive 109. Libervant continues to progress through the review process with the FDA, and they've had very exciting results for AQST 109. They appear to have solved for the last remaining hurdle of AQST 109, which is their absorption speed, or Tmax, compared to auto-injectors like EpiPen and AUVI-Q. So then they are focusing on the upcoming Prescription Drug User-Free Act, dated for December 23rd, and the ongoing interactions with the FDA regarding the NDA for Libervant that was submitted in June. They continue to have multiple interactions with the FDA as they completed the mid-cycle review of the application in late September. So at various attempts during that conference call, certain analysts were trying to bring up other issues, other drugs or aspects of their value chain, is that what they call it, of their value drivers, like this AQST 108. But their CEO ensured wanted them to know that they are focusing strictly on these two drugs, Libervant and AQST 109. So that is what's going on, and so the key date there is between now and December 23rd. Something might come up, some catalysts may come up, and we can see that the underlying trend for the stock on the daily chart is a bullish one. We can see the retracement we had today. This is what it looks like, and good thing, it is just not even on the 10-day moving average. That can be really construed as positive, provided it doesn't begin to retrace further, in the subsequent session. If it extends and moves upwards, that would be really good. That would be really good. Let's return to this daily chart, the chart of this last session. Everything is bearish, oversold. That's what the indication is for its momentum. And also, but the RSI is indicating there is still some strength there. Then if we have to return to the daily model, we can see that it has lingered. This overbought condition has lingered for some time now. Let's see how long this has been, since late October. So the entire, this for this month so far, we have 2 weeks. We have completed about, we call it 2 weeks in this month of November, and the momentum is indicating an overbought situation for the stock. It has lingered there for 2 weeks. That's really good. That's quite impressive, and I'm not really sure it has ever had this sort of impressive run in the last 52 weeks. So yes, that's really positive, and that is also the case with the RSI. Even though the RSI all of them are waning, especially RSI, but it's still very much, they're both in the right up there in the overbought territory. But the accumulation and distribution is also not so wonderful. We have seen that it has started to increase. But yes, obviously, we can see a dip here, which is a confirmation that there was a decline today, and that decline was followed with it wasn't followed with accumulation. It wasn't followed with buying. That's what it's indicating, that yes, there was some sell-off, and this is a validation. Sometimes the accumulation distribution can show an uptick, or it can show the curve sloping upwards. And when you have a loss, a decline, a retracement in price, it may still indicate otherwise, that there is some accumulation taking place. But in this case, it is indicating that there wasn't any buying as such. It was more of a selling that occurred in this session. This is based on the daily model. So obviously, yes, the readout here is indicating absolutely the stock is strongly bullish. It appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above 0 and rising. It's outperforming the S&P 500. Okay, momentum is strongly bullish as well. The 14-period Slow Stochastic Oscillator is above 80, the level which many analysts call overbought. This means that investors have been actively purchasing shares and driving the price higher. Okay, the volume for this session was lighter than usual, trading 390,877 shares versus an average of 606,974 shares per day during the last 12 months. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. So yes, that's what's going on with AQST. We can see also the previous news concerning those two drugs, especially the AQST 109. So the company says this was far back as late April. So yes, fingers crossed. We have a price target of $6.73 for this week. That's our forecast. You stuck around and you found out what it is. $6.73. That's our forecast for AQST. We expect it to reach $6.73 this week. That is between today the 15th of November and Friday the 19th of November. We expect it to reach $6.73. The momentum is still there. You can see what's going on here. It is still there. It's still there. Still overbought. Indeed, there is some selling off that has occurred. We can see that. We pointed that out with this decline here, this downward slope we have on the 14 period slow stochastic oscillator, and as well the RSI and the accumulation distribution. There is some some cooling off there, but even at that, the bullish signals are still there. You can see that. This is the fact that it didn't retrace below this 10-day moving average can be an indication that maybe the subsequent sessions will further validate or further support that, or further counter that. So if it doesn't fall below this 10-day moving average, then it will be construed as a positive sign. But 3% decline is not really a concern. It's not regarded as a reversal or anything. It's just in a normal day at the office, 3%. Okay, so see what you make of AQST stock, and thank you very much for watching this video.